So we're gonna do a tier list now. I'm gonna try to be as precise as I can. It's not gonna be easy to do correct every time, and some placements I might disagree with myself later, but I'm just gonna start with the obvious, which is Dalsim first. And I do still think that most Dalsim players believe that their character is not as strong as it is because they're just used to steamrolling. So the second they run into a matchup that's more even than easy, it feels hard for them. I don't think it's weird because you're used to having such easy wins, and then some of the matches are more close and they immediately call bad matchups. I just think that they're probably even. So Dawson definitely number one, and you can't really, most of the cast can't even play him. Like in the tournament bracket, it's just probably auto wins all the time. And then an automatic second place is Luke. I think his only weakness is dealing with buttons that are like far away in the mid-range on the higher end of the screen. That's like his one weakness, like with punishing something like Birdie, Stand Fear. Yeah, when it comes to Luke anyway, I think he's very few weaknesses, but his main strength is that he has such high damage and such high stun that he just, even when it's not really in his favor in the neutral area or wherever, he just compensates with the damage, and the mix-up in the corner is just so strong that he can like overcome anywhere where he actually has some issues in the neutral. It doesn't really matter because of the reward he gets when he lands the hit. And in the top 5 somewhere, I want to have Cody, and I want to have Poison. Where is she? Where is Poison? Probably before Cody. Poison, I feel much like Dalsim, just steamrolls a lot, very little risk, high damage, easy to come back with, 2-bar triggers are strong. There's just nothing weak with her. I definitely find Poison to be one of the absolute best characters in the game. She's nerfed though since last season, but so are other characters, so she just stays on top here. She's really obnoxious for a lot of characters to fight against, and it's kind of like the thing with Dalsim where she just steamrolls so much. And we've all seen Cody, right? Plus on block, on hit it's like 400 damage. He's got sick neutral, got some of the best buttons in the game, best control buttons, great anti. He's just so well rounded after he got that V skill too. He's definitely in the top 5 this season. I think he's been very good for long, but people have been sleeping on him. I think it's because they're afraid to say what they've felt, if you know what I mean. People have been like sleeping on him, but I think it's because they've been afraid to say what they feel because he was considered bad, and people are just afraid to say what they feel when something is considered bad. And that's how we end up with a lot of these characters that just get buffed and buffed and buffed because people are afraid to say how good they are until it's too late. So Cody's up there. I had Chun-Li last time, but when I thought about it, I don't, for instance, think, are you here, Banja? I don't think, for instance, that Chun-Li is stronger than Ed. I really don't. I feel like Chun-Li is more flawed than Ed. That might be my issue though. Is there a top 5 or is there just a top 4? Sagat, no. Guile, no. Guile's really good in... Nah. It's like Bison not in top 5, no. But he's very good, I agree. When I look through the list, maybe Jury actually. Jury's really strong, but top 5 though. I think Chun has flaws with her anti-air game. Yeah, and I think a lot of people aren't abusing her lack of anti-air game. She might be top 5, it's hard to say. Maybe we'll just do a top 4 and we'll put the rest in like this. Because I think it's hard to call someone on the level of these 4 characters. Is there anyone on the level of these 4 characters? Yeah, Riken, that's her one weakness against Birdie. She has to use stand heavy kick like to anti-air, but when she does that, it becomes impossible again. So yeah, I wouldn't put Rashid in top 5 either. I think these 4 are like exquisite characters. They're way above. Is there anyone here you'd put in top 5 though? Zeku? Nah, it's too hard. I'll definitely have him in 5 to 12, but in the I think I'll just do a top 4. I think it's too hard to place. I think it's too hard to put a character on the same strength level as these 4 characters. These are just ridiculous characters. Yeah. You would put Chun-Li in top 5? Maybe. You know what we'll do? We will put Chun-Li... Let me just think about Chun-Li. We'll put Chun-Li here as the top 5, but just slightly weaker than these. How does that sound? You don't? Oh, Guile has weaknesses. I think so. In 5 to 12 though, I'm definitely no fear putting Falke in that 5 to 12 somewhere. It's not even a question. Ed is there in that top 5 to 12. These characters are absolutely ridiculous right now. Ed and Falk. Ed, his risk reward has become so skewed that even though he does take a lot of risk, when he lands that hit, it just the reward is so high, and he doesn't even need to take risk to put you in the corner anymore with that extension to flicker. So he gets a couple of those flickers into EX, and when you're in the corner, he gets okay. He's just becomes so strong with all his damage. He's really, really, really strong. And Falke is definitely up in that top 10, top 12 area. She's just ridiculous these days. She's been strong for a long time, but it's the same as with, who was it, Cody? People are afraid to be labeled as dumb when they say a character that was considered weak is good, and then she just keeps getting buffed, and then ends up so strong you can't even deal with her anymore. Oh yeah, and Seth is... Wait, we'll wait a bit with Seth. And Ibuki, I'm with you on that, Rike. Yeah, Zeku, oh yes, Zeku 100%. I don't know why all the Zeku players stopped playing him. Zeku, the risk reward on his stuff is so good. It's so tuned in his favor. When he does something risky, he has so much reward. I've seen Zeku kill from one stand heavy kick and then the mix after that, and stun is there, and it's just like that. I feel he's great neutral, great anti-airs in old form. His button combination of old and young is ridiculous. Damage is so good now. He's a good character. We have 8 characters now. Who would we put in like 9th-ish place? Maybe Guile? What do you think about Guile? No, Kage over Akuma? I think I might change this one later, but I want to put Guile here. I want to put Guile here. And then I want to put Ken. Then I want to put Ken. Guile just all round. I think Guile is really fun to fight against. He has weaknesses, but if you're really good with Guile, he is really strong. But he's not the kind of Guile that he used to be, where any Guile player was a threat. That's what I really like. Guile is such a great design right now that he's super strong, but you have to be a super strong player to use him super strong, compared to like how he used to be and how some other characters can be. Guile used to be like, any Guile was annoying to fight, but Guile has become, in Street Fighter 5, I hope they take some of this design philosophy of Guile in Street Fighter 5 over to Guile in Street Fighter 6, because his design is just good. He cannot just do stuff. He has to think a lot about his approach and his defense. I really like him. I was also unsure about Guile, but I've been watching some Japanese Guiles like Daigo and Higuchi, and I mean, no one plays Guile here anymore. No one plays Guile in the US anymore. So that's why we don't really remember how strong Guile is. And I think that is not we can't do the way that the tier list from over there are always like characters that they don't play against. They place really low and then they get buffed to oblivion. No, I mean buffed to, I don't know. Let me just change songs. Yeah. So we're now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 characters, right? Yeah, I could just send 4 plus 6. Yeah. And I think, I'm sorry, but I need to put, I think Cammy's up here. No, maybe not. I think Cammy's up here. Yeah, I think so. Cammy's in the top 12 area. She just lost slight damage. The nerfs to the hurtbox thing that you can't notice. She lost slight damage on confirmed. She still mauls you in the corner, murders you there. Yeah, we have her up there. So, and after that, I would just put... Minot is too strong when it comes to like her. The V triggers, Minot, you cannot... She doesn't take a risk in neutral, except for you jumping. And then when she's dead, she actually kills you. When she activates V trigger, you just die. She's so strong. She's super strong character. Just forgotten about, because she is harder to play, because you need to learn a lot to play her, right? So I think Rike lately has shown me how good the Minot is. So I definitely want to have Minot here. And then in the 12 to 20, I will put Karin. She's still strong. She has some weakness now, but she still has that damage. Juri, who has been buffed to the heavens. Want to put Seth here. He's really good. Seth with a V-trigger too, though, which is really good. I don't know about Alex. I think he's more weak than we originally thought. Oro, I want to put here. Balrog, I want to put here. Bison, where's Bison? Where is Bison? There is no Bison in this list? Are you serious? Oh, there he is. How many do we have then? I mean, that's 13 to 12 actually. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. So I can have one more here, right? Nikali, I don't think Nikali is that good. No. A G, I would put G up here. And 21 to, let me just check that it's 24, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. We can have one more here. Urien, of course. Urien is still ridiculous in this game. Come on. Don't listen to the Urien down. He's been, what, 2 World Warrior Grand Finals? In Japan? He's won a World Warrior event in a lesser dense region? No. Yeah, I also hate playing against Nikali, but I don't think he's that strong still. So I don't like fighting Nikali. I think he's really bad character design, but I don't think he's strong either way. That's why I wouldn't have him up here. But Urien is definitely still one of the best characters in this game. And what he lost punishes and some confirmed things and the defensive tool. But he's still doing so good because he's such a solid and strong character. V-Trigger is just so good still. Such a good V-Trigger. And in the like lesser good character area, I would put Akuma, Ibuki, Fang, Colleen, Laura, Sakura. No, Sakura must be up here somewhere. No, she must not. Or must she? It's hard. Nah, she's too hard to call. I would put Dan here. I would put Dan. The range on Dan is really good. Oh, Rashid. Yes, we forgot about Rashid. We shall put him there and then just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we do 13 to 21 because they're on the same level. And then we do 22 here. Doesn't that sound good? And I think all of these characters are pretty good. But they have like some flaws. Dan's flaw is low damage, low stun. But he's neutral with that standing heavy kick. The range on that standing heavy kick and cancel into the V skill is very, very, very strong. But yeah, Rashid, where can we put him? I think we could put him all the way up here somewhere. I mean, I don't think we can put him higher, like up on this tier. This tier is stronger. Rashid's not. Or is he? Is he? Very hard, isn't he? Let's get back to Rashid later. All of these characters I feel have some sort of flaw with it, whether it be life or damage or lack of tool to deal with something. But they're still strong characters, I feel. I think we can put Blanca in here. And I would put Lucia in here too. And Rose. And Akira. And I would not put Armika there. I would actually make... How do I add a list? Add row below. Yeah. In this row below, we put characters that are kind of bad. We have Nikali up here somewhere, by the way. And down here we have characters that are kind of bad. Kind of bad, but still decent. Like Honda. Random still. Mad damage. Struggles a bit more since V-Shift. Who knows? Alex. Really good control. Still slow. Slow in many areas and weird. Abigail still random. V-Trigger to activate might kill you. It's just too unsolid. And in the bottom here, we put characters that I really don't think are good. Ryu. The second Ryu starts fighting a character that can answer his fireball, he starts struggling because he doesn't really have buttons. So his fireball is so strong that if he can use it, he's good. But when the second he can't, he becomes bad, I feel. Zangief he just died. Kage is hard for me to call. Birdie obviously down here too, because he cannot. If he was able to deal with the V shift like on his regular Oki, I think I would put him up maybe here or there. But it becomes too hard to be consistent when there's a three-way mix-up that you can't OS like every other character. So his toolset is really good. He's a good character, like except for that one very important part where his Oki is so weak outside of the corner that you never really feel threatened when you get hit by him, or you shouldn't really. If you're just good at rotating your defensive options, he'll never guess right. And he'll stop trying to guess right. Because the risk is just not there. Zangief is just too one-dimensional. And yeah, Guile feels like a rubbery character. Kage is better than Ryu though. I think I will put... Now, Kage is more like these characters. He's strong, but he has weakness. These are just weak, I think. I feel that way. These are just really too one-dimensional. These characters can all do their thing to a certain degree. Like Nash, his new V-Trigger is really strong. Armika, still the queen of guesses. Alex, control, damage, conversions. He's been buffed a lot, but he's still struggling, I think. Abigail. It's Abigail. It's random. It's always been random. It's just not solid now. Mostly random. Claw solid but struggles. Sagat solid but struggles. Birdie could be one of the best characters if he just could throw people after Bullhorn. He would actually be way up here. If he had that 3 light / stand heavy kick / throw after Bullhorn, he would just be insane. He would have been such a good character. So people don't understand why I rate Birdie so low. They look at his tool set without thinking about the addition of V-Shift and how that hurts him after not having any anti-V-Shift before some specific V-Trigger scenarios. And it's because even though those tools are threatening, they're really low on the damage reward until he has V-Trigger. And the risk on being hit is just not really there, in my opinion, unless the super is stocked, but that's like end game. So Nakali, Akuma, these characters are sort of like these, but they have more, their tools just feel better to me. They feel like they have more reason to do good. Like their damage compared to their archetype is better, or their life compared to their archetype is better, or they might have a couple of more tools or a bit more of that sass factor. Ibuki just jumps on you and you die. Fang, I don't even know how, but he's always in your face suddenly. Colleen, don't have a fireball, you're gonna not like fighting Colleen. Laura, we all know about Laura's robbery. Blanca, solid character, underrated. Lucia too, Rose too, Akira struggles with fireballs. Without that, except for that, she's really good. Kuma, just low life and just been nerfed over and over. He's still solid, still strong. Nakali buffed up to solidness. Let's revisit Rashid though. He's hard to call because I don't think he's really doing good anywhere right now. As he was, I mean, he's still doing good, sorry, but as he was. So it's hard to place him higher than this, but that might be completely wrong. He might belong way higher, but he's too hard for me to call. Right now, I feel Karin's better than Rashid, for instance. So maybe Bison too. I think it's a good list. Balrog, still ridiculous. G, new V-Trigger, he's more versatile, can use more V-Triggers, V-Skills to match his matchups. Oro will just rob you blind after having solid neutral, and Seth will also rob you blind after having solid neutral, but Seth will do it twice in a round. I mean, Ryu, I don't think Ryu has been very strong since the launch of since season 1. Season 1, Ryu was one of the best characters. Cammy, she's the same, just less damage on one conversion. The rest is the same. You just get melted in the corner. Manat, come on. Ken, way better than the other Shotos now. His EX dive kick from the air is so good. He just like jumps on you, dashes on you, and has sick neutral, and has crazy conversion, and has insane comeback tools. He's a very well-rounded character, very strong. Also, his heavy DP buff has been so good for him, just making him so dominant in some matchups. I'm happy with this list. Now let me just count one more time like an Ed player, or maybe even a Falk main. 1, 2, 3, 4, top 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 to 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 30 to 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 22 to 33, and here we have 34 to 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and then we have 43, 44, and 45. Oops, I can just do this actually. I'm really happy with this list. Mwah. There are some things I would change if I remade the list, I'm sure. This is just not ordered though. This is not ordered. Most of this is not ordered. When we get lower than this, we just stop ordering. We just put, if it's very important for you, you can have Fang here. If you want me to, it doesn't matter. It's in that tier I explained earlier. This ain't ordered. It's too much to order. It's too hard. No, I wouldn't bump up Alex. I think Alex has too many flaws to be as strong as these. Or maybe if I remade this tier list in a month, I would have Alex here. But he can definitely be there. I agree with that. I'm happy. Please follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel after this amazing tier list video. The truth has been spoken. Enjoy and pick your characters for the remainder of Street Fighter V like I'm telling you to.